For every yacht that receives public backlash for its safety hazards, there is one super yacht that sets the bar for global billionaire flexing. These are the 7 price tiers of mega yachts explained, starting with Sea Ray 400 SLX. From I bought a boat instead of a kitchen remodel to my boat has an onboard hospital and a missile defense system, allegedly. 7 tiers, now with a fleet of example ships at every level, and a running total that will make your accountant faint. Let's start small, then go absolutely unhinged. Tier 1. Entry-level yachts. $100,000 to $500,000, 30 to 45 feet. This is the first taste tier, the espresso shot of yachting. 2 cabins if you're lucky, a cockpit that doubles as your family's living room, and weekends that somehow get shorter when you own a boat. Meet the Sea Ray 400 SLX. Sleek, sporty, owner-operated. Big day boat energy with grown-up finishing, a sunbed that's legally a nap trap, and a wet bar that will silently judge your margarita ratios. Add the Azimut Atlantis 34, Italian style in a compact package, the type of boat that makes you say ciao to your savings and ciao to the fuel dock on the same day. Beneteau Gran Turismo 40, French flair, sliding hardtop, and the most convincing argument for long lunches at anchor. Regal 38 XO, outboard punch and condo vibes, the definition of this is fine when the water gets a little spicy. Jeannot Leader 33, smart layout, big windows, and that we could keep it simple optimism that always ends with another toy in the locker. Bavaria S40, German practicality with room for friends who swear they'll chip in for fuel and then pay you in vibes. Tier 1 crew is optional. Most owners run the boat themselves and hire a captain for the one day a year when docking is a spectator sport. Maintenance still happens. Impellers, bottom paint, sacrificial anodes, and a small tithe to the gods of outboards. If you're handy, Tier 1 is paradise. If you aren't, you'll learn the true meaning of break out another 1,000. Tier 2, mid-range sport yachts. $500,000 to $2 million, 40 to 60 feet. Now we're talking speed and swagger. Performance day yacht meets weekender. Retractable sunroofs, glass everywhere, and Bluetooth audio that makes dolphins file noise complaints. Headliner, Sunseeker Predator 55. The name says Predator. The vibe says financial planner who bought a leather jacket. Low profile, luxe cabins, and a salon designed to convince your friends to keep going to the next island. Princess V50, British poise with the quiet confidence of a yacht that nails the fundamentals and lets the water do the flexing. Azimut S6, triple pods, sporty silhouette, and interiors that whisper, order another bottle. Pershing 5X, if espresso were a boat. Carbon, speed, and a cockpit that turns every sunset into a music video. Fairline Targa 50, smooth lines, smart space, grown-up luxury that doesn't try too hard because it doesn't have to. Galleon 500 Fly, transformer decks and party tricks, the boat that turns a marina into a tech demo. Crew is still optional, but a 1 or 2 person team quietly transforms chaos into cinema. They park it like ballet. You park it like a shopping cart with one evil wheel. Family trips, short-range cruises, sunsets on repeat, and a fuel bill that introduces your credit card to its limits. Tier 2 is where you stop asking, can it go fast? And start asking, can we please stop at the fuel dock without making a scene? Tier 3, small luxury yachts, $2 million to $5 million, 60 to 80 feet. Welcome to the real yacht feeling. Multiple decks, 2 to 4 crew, and interiors that look less like a boat cabin and more like a boutique condo. You say galley, unironically. You consider a stabilizer because your friends pretend they don't get seasick. Ferretti 780, Italian lines, tasteful minimalism, and a flybridge made for the wave emoji. Light woods, big windows, and a primary suite that's a floating apartment. Pershing 7X, if stealth jets were allowed on water. Speed with couture interiors and a don't touch that vibe for sticky fingers. Princess Y72, calm, confident, and classy. The yacht equivalent of a great tailor who also helms impeccable dinner parties. Sunseeker Manhattan 68, family-friendly layout, warm finishes, and a flybridge where you'll accidentally spend your entire vacation. Azimut 78, sharp exterior, airy interior, and that magical Italian way of making space feel bigger than it is. Riva Setantase, Perseo Super, polished metal, lacquer, and heritage cool. You don't own it. You borrow it from history for a few summers. Private getaways and island hopping without negotiating hotel checkout times. Breakfast on the aft deck, a swim off the hydraulic platform, and a nap you pretend is reading. Now you have crew salaries and the magical phrase, engineering hours. Your captain becomes your weather whisperer. Your deckhand is a ninja with fenders. Tier 3 is where you stop saying my boat and start saying my yacht with a pause. You've earned the pause. Tier 4. Large luxury yachts. $5 million to $15 million. 80 to 120 feet. Primetime yacht. Multiple decks, 4 to 8 crew, and a layout you'll call GA, like you're running a cruise line. More amenities. Beach club, tender garage, maybe a gym where you'll do exactly one push-up for the vlog. San Lorenzo SL96A. Aggressively elegant. Asymmetric layout for more volume. Big glass, and that Italian vibe that's somehow minimalist and extra at the same time. Benetti Delfino 95, pocket super yacht energy with big boat finishes and a sun deck that refuses to be humble. Sunseeker 100 yacht, statement silhouette, serious beach club, and the kind of four-deck lounge that ruins you for land furniture. Azimut Grande 27 M, grand by name and by vibe, crisp lines, floating ceilings, and a main deck that serves sunsets for dinner. Ferretti 920, satisfyingly solid, generous spaces, and a hull that likes to make miles without drama. Riva 110 Dolce Vita, if La Dolce Vita had a hull number. Glass, gloss, glamour, and an aft deck that doubles as a magazine cover. Extended cruising and charter potential. Strangers on vacation might fund your annual maintenance while you tell them the ice machine is your favorite feature and quietly point to the stabilizers. The crew now includes a chief stew, engineer, and deck team. There's a system for your systems and a spreadsheet for your spreadsheets. Your chief stew knows the exact number of oat milk cartons required to survive your friend group. At this size, docking becomes a spectator sport. Every line thrown is an audience gasp. Every perfect approach is a standing ovation, and one jealous trawler guy who mutters, "Bow thrusters." Tier 4 is the sweet spot for looking stupid rich without gaining your own satellite footprint. Tier 5. Super yachts. $15 million to $50 million. 120 to 200 feet. Officially, super. 8 to 20 crew. Amenities that make 5-star hotels look underachieving. Pools, cinemas, gyms, saunas, and helipads, because how else will your friends arrive late and leave early? Heeson 55-meter steel. Northern European built, tuxedo tough, blue water capable, and proud of it. Mangusta Oceano 43. Long-range cool with contemporary style and the kind of beach club that converts doubters into disciples. Benetti Oasis 40M. Aft terraces, glass balustrades, and a pool that makes your camera roll unspool. Feed ship 58-meter Najiba. Understated elegance, obsessive engineering, and the soft power of a true custom build. A Mel's 180. Proven platform, serious range, and the kind of crew flow that keeps hospitality humming. CRN 55-meter Atlanti. Dark, angular, assertive, a yacht that looks like it could star in its own action movie. High-end charter and long-range cruising. Cross the Med, bounce through the Caribbean, or circle the marina until the drone shots hit. Your guests will insist they don't do carbs until they meet the pastry chef. Then they do carbs? This is an ecosystem. The engine room looks like a spaceship. The bridge looks like air traffic control. The crew mess is where the real drama lives, and the espresso is astronomically strong. At this tier, the boat is a character in your life. It has lore. It has a personality. Occasionally, it has opinions about your itinerary. You wanted sunshine. The boat booked wind. When you arrive, phones come out. Not in a "can I help you" way, in a "who is that" way. Tier 6. Mega yachts. $50 million to $200 million. 200 to 400 feet. Floating mansions. Multiple decks. 20 to 50 plus crew. Elevators. Beach clubs. Multi-purpose pools. And toys that need their own inventory manager. Feed ship Savannah. Hybrid propulsion icon with an underwater lounge, so you can press your face against glass like a curious seal while fish judge your life choices. Lursen Lady Lara. Curves, volume, and a beach club that feels like a private island. Lursen Phoenix 2. Art Deco glam turned up to 11, with a profile that draws lines on the horizon. Lursen Kismet. A masterclass in presence, a lobby that belongs in a grand hotel, and spaces that swallow crowds. Oceanco Vibrant Curiosity. Expedition capable with couture interiors, the "we're going far and we're going fancy" yacht. Silver Yachts Bold. Military adjacent stance. Helideck for days. And an explorer vibe that actually explores. Use case. Billionaire family time and high-profile charters. Your kids will never know a swim platform without a lifeguard and a tender driver named after a Greek myth. You will develop strong opinions about teak. This is event planning, hospitality science, and naval architecture doing a group project. Provisioning looks like a launch manifest. A single oops is a helicopter. Privacy becomes a hobby. Cameras find you. Drones hear the word no. Your support vessel has a support vessel. Mega yachts are where you stop asking, should we? And start asking, how much deck can we convert into glass without angering Poseidon? Savannah's Flex is hybrid tech, artful interiors, and that mesmerizing underwater lounge. She's not just a yacht, she's a thesis on how to float fabulously. Tier 7, Giga or Ultra Mega Yachts. $200 million to $1 billion and beyond. 400 feet and up. The boats that make cruise ships feel insecure. 50 to 100 plus crew. Multiple helipads, onboard medical facilities, submarines, and rumors of features you only say in a whisper. This is not a purchase. It's a project in permanent beta. Azam. About 590 feet of legend. A monument to distance covered and money converted into science, engineering, antique. Long corridors, sculptural salons, and engine rooms that feel like you should have a passport to enter. Eclipse, dramatic silhouette, endless deck space, and the kind of shadow fleet that makes harbors blush. Dilbar, interior volume that borders on absurd and a presence that turns chart plotters into exclamation points. Dubai, towering decks, regal lines, and the vibe of a palace that decided the ocean needed a throne. Al Said, orchestra hall energy and the gravitas to match it. Koru, a sailing giant with old-world romance and very new-world scale. Use case, floating palaces, and status symbols. You aren't asking where to go, you're deciding which season to reinvent. Summers in the Med, winters skipping between Caribbean anchorages where the water glows like an iPhone wallpaper. Operations now involve department heads, engineering, deck, interior, galley, aviation. The captain is the mayor. The purser runs an economy. The chief engineer is your patron saint. At Tier 7, you don't own a boat as much as you sponsor a small moving country. The upside is obvious. The downside is invisible because the crew already fixed it. Azam isn't a yacht. Azam is a final boss. Sanity check. Purchase price versus annual costs. A common rule of thumb is 10 to 15% of purchase price per year for running costs. Crew salaries, fuel, maintenance, insurance, dockage, refits, compliance, and the occasional tender you accidentally turned into a submarine. Tier 1 and 2, single-digit thousands to low six figures annually. Call it service intervals, winter storage, and why is this filter $30 again? Tier 3 and 4, mid-six figures to over $1 million a year. Crew salaries, yard time, and the mysterious line item called unexpected. Tier 5 and 6, multi-million annual burn, easily 3 to 10 million. Global itineraries, serious maintenance windows, and aviation-level logistics. Tier 7. The spreadsheet is now a trilogy. You have budgets, sub-budgets, and the moment you realize your coffee machine maintenance has a maintenance plan. Why people actually buy these things? Privacy and control, access, family time, your itinerary, your guest list, your chef's legendary miso cod, remote coves and secret anchorages that only set a table when your tender arrives. No phones, no hotels, just sunsets that make everyone shut up for 5 minutes. Yachting is the world's most expensive way to buy togetherness, which is weird because it totally works. Toys escalate with tiers. Tier 1 and 2, paddleboards, towables, and a jet ski with main character energy. Add a sea bob if you're feeling spicy. Tier 3 and 4, faster tenders, foils, dive gear, and slides that take 6 adults and 2 existential crises to set up. Floating docks appear, and so does that one friend who's now the toy safety officer. Tier 5 and 6, submersibles, RIBS, with 400 horsepower, chase boats for the chase boat, and a drone pilot who insists on golden hour. Tier 7, support yachts. You have a yacht for your yacht, with a helipad, a workshop, cold storage for a small city, and a speech that starts with, "This is not ridiculous," and ends with a new tender. Crew is the secret engine. From Tier 3 onward, crew turns a floating house into floating heaven. The captain is a weather whisperer and itinerary alchemist. The chief engineer prevents the boat from becoming a very fancy raft. The chief stew and interior team are the reason every nap is perfect. The deck team handles docking, toys, teasers, and the silent ballet with lines and fenders. The chef is the person your guest will miss more than you. You buy a boat. You build a team. That's when yachting becomes art. What your tier says about you. Tier 1, DIY hero. You smell like sunscreen and optimism. Tier 2, you came for speed and stayed for sunset selfies. Tier 3, you say, let's do the Exumas, like it's a grocery store. Tier 4, your calendar has shipyard period on it. You're a connoisseur of stabilizers. Tier 5, Your kids think room service is a person. Tier 6. You forgot which jet tender has the good speakers. Tier 7. You consider continents optional features. Safety matters at every tier. Boats are beautiful. The sea is neutral. Seamanship matters. Good captains read weather like a book. Good owners respect the book. From life jackets to redundancy, the quiet, unglamorous details are the ones that bring everyone home. Luxury is loud. Safety is silent. Prefer silence. Sustainability sidebar. Yachts can be resource-hungry. The industry is pushing tech, hybrid propulsion like Savannah, exhaust treatment, advanced hull design, shore power, and smarter provisioning. It's not perfect, but innovation here ripples out to commercial shipping and beyond. If you can, spec greener. Your grandkids will thank you, and so will the water you're floating on. Buying versus chartering. Want the lifestyle without the shipyard emails? Charter. Pros: zero maintenance headaches, top-tier crew, and a variety of yachts. Cons: not yours. Peak season pricing and lead times that do not care about your birthday. If you're not using a boat 8 to 10 weeks a year, chartering might be the sanity play. If you need your monogram inlaid in the salon floor, you're an owner. The psychology of it all. Every tier is a different relationship with freedom. Boats are time machines. Time with family. Time outside the algorithm. Time where a quiet anchorage becomes your home for a day. The money is loud. The memories are louder and somehow softer at the same time. From the first night aboard a 40-footer to the last sunrise on a 500-foot palace, it's all the same sky. The ocean doesn't care who you are. It just keeps being beautiful. 7 tiers. Many examples. Entry level: Sea Ray 400 SLX, Azimut Atlantis 34, Beneteau Gran Turismo 40, Regal 38 XO, Jeannot Leader 33, Bavaria S40. Mid-range sport: Sunseeker Predator 55, Princess V50, Azimut S6, Pershing 5X, Fairline Targa 50, Galleon 500 Fly. Small luxury: Ferretti 780, Pershing 7X, Princess Y72, Sunseeker, Manhattan 68, Azimut 78, Riva 76 Perseo Super. Large luxury: San Lorenzo SL96, A. Benetti Delfino 95, Sunseeker 100 Yacht, Azimut Grande 27M, Ferretti 920, Riva 110 Dolce Vita. Super yachts: Heeson 55-meter steel, Mangusta, Oceano 43, Benetti Oasis 40M, Feedship 58-meter Najiba, Amels 180, CRN 55-meter Atlanti. Mega yachts: Feedship Savannah, Lady Lara, Phoenix 2, Kismet, Vibrant Curiosity, Bold. Giga or Ultra Mega: Azam, Eclipse, Dilbar, Dubai, Al Said, Koru. If you made it this far, you're either shopping or just a connoisseur of floating nonsense. Either way, drop your dream tier in the comments and the exact toy you'd smuggle on board first. Subscribe for more deep dives into ridiculous machines and the people who love them. From entry-level weekenders to billion-dollar boss fights, those are the 7 price tiers of mega yachts, explained. I'm off to price a paddleboard. See you in the next one.